Give you a secret of how to get to Emunah, and I'll tell you just the first step of how I got to some Emunah. וירא ישראל את היד הגדולה אשר עשה אדוני במצרים ויראו העם את אדוני ויאמינו באדוני ובמשה עבדו. After we left Egypt, Hashem destroyed the largest civilization in existence and made their slaves into the masters. So much so that the Egyptians begged Am Yisrael to leave. And not only did they beg him to leave, they gave him a bunch of gold, silver, diamonds, a huge fortune. Still, Am Yisrael did not have Emunah. How do I know? Because as soon as they got to Yam Suf, to the Sea of Reeds, they got scared. Huge ocean. Where are you going to go? All of a sudden they noticed the Egyptians. They're coming to get them. This is a problem. Why? Because they didn't send 5 Egyptians, like people think. Chazal says that they sent 9 million Egyptians. That's the smallest number. Some say much more. 9 million Egyptians. Big army, lots of weapons, very, very scary. After Hashem split the ocean for them, He didn't just split it right away. When Moshe tried to split the ocean, initially, the Malach, the angel of the ocean, said, no, I'm not splitting the ocean for you. Why? He goes to God. Not only him, he brings the Malach of Mitzrayim, which the name of that Malach is Mitzrayim. He gives the angel of the Egyptians, each nation has an angel. So the angel that's responsible for the Egyptians, they come to Hashem and say, why? Why are you going to split the ocean for these Bnei Israel and kill the Egyptians? Okay, the Egyptians worship idols. We know. They worship idols. But the Bnei Israel also worship idols. Just last week they were worshiping an idol. Ele ovdim avodah zara ve'ele ovdim avodah zara. This is why when Hashem did not split the ocean, Moshe started screaming to him. And he says, Mati tzak elai, what are you screaming to me? Move on, move forward. What does it mean, move forward? It says, do something. Because right now you've already used up all of your credits. You've used up all of your credits. I can't split the ocean for you. Because the Mekatreg, the angel of Egypt, he has a case against you. He's right. They worship idols and you worship idols. And whatever credit you had, you used it up to get here. Show me you believe. Don't tell me you believe. Don't kiss the mezuzah on the way out of the Beit Knesset and go to a barbecue on Shabbat. Don't kiss the Sefer Torah on Shabbat, get excited, and eat non-kosher on Sunday. Show me you believe. Don't give tzedakah to the Beit Knesset or to Kiruv or to anything with stolen money. Whether it's from your gambling or from your stealing in the business, He doesn't want your stolen money. He wants kosher money. Show me you believe. I need actions. A part of Am Yisrael was willing to die. Jump into the ocean, just die. Commit suicide. Part of Am Yisrael says, let's just go back to being slaves. And a part of Am Yisrael says, let's go fight. At least we're going to die with a fight. But the one that was willing to die, not just willing to die, said, listen, if Hashem brought us here, He brought us here. But there was one specific person. He didn't think that he was going to die. He actually believed in God. His name was Nachshon ben Aminadav. Nachshon, the son of Aminadav, from the tribe of Judah. And Nachshon said, Hashem created the heaven and the earth. This is nothing for him. Hashem brought down the largest nation in history. This is nothing for him. Hashem brought us all the way here and made all of those miracles for us. This is nothing for him. If he brought us here and he says move forward, I'm going to trust him. And he takes the steps into Yam Suf all the way to the point of when it covers his nose. Meaning he was willing to die to prove he believes in Hashem. And at the moment it reaches his nose, it reached his nose and he started swallowing water, that's when the ocean split. Hashem says you have to show me you believe. But why did I read you the verse of after this Kriyat Yam Suf? Where it says, after Kriyat Yam Suf, after we crossed the ocean, Hashem let all the Jews, all the Am Yisrael, cross safely in miraculous ways, drowned the Egyptians. Then it says this verse. It says here in Parashat Beshalach, in Exodus or Shmot, chapter 14, verse 31. Israel saw the great hand that Hashem inflicted upon Egypt. And the people revered Hashem. And they had faith in Hashem and in Moses his servant. You read this in your tefillah every day, by the way. In your prayer every day you read this verse. So Hashem said, Nachshon ben Aminadav showed you Emunah. Showed you that he has it already. But the people of today, not just you, Chas v'shalom, everyone today need a little more than that. He could have just been crazy. We need instructions. How do I get to Emunah? How do I get to trust Hashem 100%? 3 steps. 3 steps. First it says, well actually I'm sorry, 4 steps. First it says, Vayar Israel et hayad hagdola. Israel, the nation of Israel, saw the hand that Hashem inflicted on Egypt. Israel saw. What does Israel saw? They paid attention. Pay attention to the world around you. You can't miss God. Can't miss Him. If you pay attention. You look at this table, you know somebody made it, right? Why? Because it couldn't just appear. Like some of these morons think that the world just appeared. Everyone here is brilliant. They know this did not appear. Somebody had to put it. Who? Somebody that makes tables. The Beit Knesset, some builder put it together. The city, somebody or somebody's put it together. What about the sky? Obviously, a creator had to put it together. Pay attention to the world around you. Look into the mirror. Look into your own eye. Notice that your eye is the best camera that was ever invented. Notice that the brain of the biggest fool in history is still more advanced than all of the technology that ever existed from the beginning of the world until the end of the world. If you learn a little bit about scientific facts, you can see Hashem. And anyone wants facts, scientific facts of proofs of Hashem, you could either buy a book by Rabbi Zamir Cohen that was translated to English called The Coming Revolution, or if you ask me, I'll send it to you for free. It's an amazing book. Bezat Hashem, anyone that wants to read it, but has to promise they're going to read it. Because it costs a lot of money, and I don't want to let down anyone that's giving to our organization for no reason. But you have to read it, it'll change your life. So first, pay attention. That's what he says. They paid attention finally. After everything he did for them, finally they paid attention. Okay, step 1. Step 2. As soon as we pay attention, we realize there's a God. And this God is holy. This God is great. This God is in charge of everything, including the cells that are in your body, including something called protein fold. Your body is full of trillions and trillions of proteins. In order for you to exist, Each one of these proteins has to fold in a precise way, an exact way. If one protein, one out of trillions and trillions and trillions of them, folds the wrong way, person can't see, can't hear, Shem Hashem, die. One protein. He's in charge of that too. So if you believe in this great God, and He's even in charge of these small proteins that you depend on, He's in charge of the oxygen we all breathe, what are you going to do? Same thing as Am Yisrael. Vayiru. What's Yiru? They feared. Of course you're going to be scared. Only somebody crazy or ignorant is not going to be scared of God. He's in charge of everything. Not just my parnasah, and my wife, and the zivug, and the business. He's not just in charge of that. He's not just in charge of whether I'm going to get an ace on the fourth card. He's in charge of everything. Of course I'm going to be scared. Vayiru, Yirat Shamayim, foundation of Judaism. Without Yirat Shamayim, you have nothing. Nothing. Chazal says, a connection to Hashem only based on Yirah is an incomplete connection. It's a connection, nonetheless, but it's incomplete. Why? Because it's good to have Yirah and Ahava, both fear and love. But if it's just fear, it's incomplete. But a connection with just love, just Ahava, Chazal says it's no connection at all. It's worth zero. So the last two steps, and then I'll let you all go home. After we notice Hashem, we fear Hashem, it says, "Vayiru ha'am et Adonai vayaminu ba'Adonai u'b'Moshe avdo." After you have fear, then you can say, now I know what it is. Of course, I can believe He's in control. And once you have Emunah, once you have Vayaminu, then you know who Hashem is referring to here when He says Moshe Avdo. What was Moshe? Moshe Rabbeinu. Moses, our Rabbi. That's the oral Torah. The written Torah told us the basic foundation, the story, the mitzvot, but how to do them, what to do, how to do, we don't know. That's the oral Torah. When you have just a little bit of time to spend to pay attention to the Creator, you're going to fear Him. When you fear Him, you can actually say you have Emunah. When you have Emunah, you're going to start doing what the oral Torah says, which means that you have to study Torah. And where I got to, Baruch Hashem, after losing all of that money about 2 years ago, I had only a couple of $100,000 left. And I already started doing lectures. On the Tuesday, that was my shiur kavua, my shiur of the week. I did one shiur a week at the time. I still had the business. One of our investments went terribly wrong. I wake up in the morning, I get the news, not good news. 9:30 in the morning, the market opens. By 9:35, I'm wiped out. I have zero. Nothing. I say, what do you think I say at this point? Losing the first few million, tough. Using the last million, it's tough. Last couple of 100,000, either is toughest, and you're going to commit suicide, or something else. Power of Torah is stronger than everything else, especially when it has to do with Kiruv. Yishtabach Shemo La'ad, Hashem gave me the zchut to say the same verse that Job said after Hashem took everything from him. Hashem Natan, Hashem Lakach, Yishem Hashem Mevorach. God gave, God took, may His name be blessed. I shut off the computer and I went to prepare for my shiur for the night.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.